Welcome to Central American Country Guide, where we bring the country to you before you go to the country.
This week, our featured country is Panama, located in the southern part of Central America.
Are you tired of those boring days at the office? Do you hate those stupid infomercials? Then come on down to our office at the corner of Smith and Wesson, where we'll give you tickets to Panama.
Welcome, people. We are in the house of one of the native Panamanians, Victor Mays. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
If you would look outside here, the winds you can see are blowing pretty rapidly. Could you tell us anything interesting about that?
Well, let's see. The winds usually blow pretty badly around here. The temperature usually stays around 80 degrees in these lowlands that I live in. And up in the mountains, though, it gets pretty cold. It gets 66 degrees. And then rain. Well, we got about 66 inches of that on this here Atlantic side that we live on. And on the Pacific side, though, they get a lot of rain. They get 108 inches usually.
That's a lot of rain for a small country like this.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else you would like to say before we go back to our studios in Panama City Beach, Florida?
Oh, no, I think that'll do.
Okay, well, next time we talk to you, we'll be in Panama City Beach in Florida. Signing off for now. Bye. Welcome back. We're in our home studio in Panama Beach, Florida. We're here with Gary Mays, the twin brother of the Panamanian we were just talking to. Is there anything you would like to add interesting about Panama that your brother failed to say?
He was not speaking Spanish as to what is their main language, which is Spanish, because he wasn't actually understood it. Music is one of his favorite pastimes, and as so many Panamanians, music is their favorite pastime. And they have parties which they call fiestas. Some of them are held like Independence Day, which is November 3rd, which they obtained in 1903 from Colombia. They also have another Independence Day, which is November 28th, which they gained from Spain.
And another important holiday are the carnivals, which are held 4 days and 4 nights before Ash Wednesday. And during this carnival, they have swimming parties and beauty pageants and fishing ceremonies. They even have a mock funeral called the Burial of Sardines, where a dead fish is dumped into the ocean.
Rice is a basic food. They cook it with beans and serve it up into a dish called guacho. And so tortilla. They love tortillas. And coffee and beer are some of their popular beverages. Baseball is one of their most popular sports. That's so is basketball. They learned those two sports from U.S. citizens who moved there because of the Panama Canal. They also love soccer and things like that. 90% of adult Panamanians can read and write. They're required to go to school from the ages of 7 to 15, or until the finishing of 6th grade. But most drop out before they achieve that because there are poor families which need to work to get money to support themselves. Now we'll go to Ricardo, who's gone back down to Panama to interview Victor Mays again.
Okay, welcome back. We're with Victor Mays again. We're going to interview him about Panama's religion and how it affects the population and other stuff like that. So, how are you doing again?
I'm doing fine, Victor. About 85% of Panamanians are Roman Catholic. Most of the rest are Protestants. Religious events play social and religious roles in their main life. That's all I have to say.
That's very interesting. And, well, sorry, but we have to leave again. We'll probably be back here to talk to you at least one more time before this infomercial is over. And when we see you again. We'll be back in our new home office in Sioux City, Iowa. Signing off for now. See you later. Hello again. It's time for me to ask you a question. If you're convinced that Panama is a great place to visit, or even a good place to live, come on down to our office and you can buy a pair of tickets for just $49.95. But if you're not convinced that it's a good place yet, don't worry, because we've got a lot more information on the way. Stay tuned. Hello, I'm Ricardo Heiss, and Gary has gone to Panama City to interview my twin brother, and he's going to be asking about the different kinds of clothing that is worn by the native people down there. So, see ya in Panama City.
Hello, we're here. Hello, my name is Gary Mays. I'm here in Panama City with Rodriguez, twin brother to Ricardo. He will tell us more about the type of clothing they wear.
Hello. Most of the time, well, we wear Western style clothing, but during our times of celebration and parties, we like to dress up in our decorative costumes. Women wear mantunas, which are outfits with sewn on lace and embroidery, and men wear a thing called a montuna, which is basically the same thing, but they have pants with embroidered designs and lace. And that's basically all for clothing. And oh yeah, and say hi to my brother for me. Here.
Sure. That's all for right now. We'll see you back at the station. Most of the areas are rural, and farmers work there. They live in small villages most of the time. There are three main Indian groups: the Choco, Kuna, and Guani. Around the Panama Canal gets into more cities with modern office buildings and high-rises and gambling places and so on. Most of the whites that live there, or some of the whites, are wealthy. This includes bankers, large commercial farmers, doctors, lawyers, and so on. The middle-class whites that live there do merchants and government officials and office work. Let's see. The women, the Panamanian women, are expected to marry early and raise a large family and manage the household. And since the 1900s, though, some of that's changed. They've gone out and got outside jobs. And the blacks that live there, most of them are poor laborers. Right now I'd take a little bit of time to tell you that our price is $49.95 if you're convinced, and we'll come on down and get some tickets, go to Panama City. But if you're not, well, we'll give you some more information on it so we can convince you more.
Information on Panama size. From east to west, it's only 410 miles. From north to south, it's just 130 miles long. And its narrowest point is only 30 miles wide, which isn't very big for a country of its population. And the capital of Panama is Panama City, located on the east coast of Panama.
Panamanian Indians controlled Panama up until the early 1500s when Spain took control. In the 1600s, an English pirate by the name of Henry Morgan and other pirates raided Panamanian towns and Spanish ships. In the early 1800s, Colombia won its independence from Spain and took Panama as one of its provinces. In the early 1900s, the finishing of the Panama Canal put together the Atlantic and Pacific Ocean, which caused a major trade route. through there. And now we'll go to Ricardo with information about the economy.
Okay, I'm going to give you information on Panama's economy. The closer you get to Panama, the more businesses there are. And it's based on the trade that comes through the Panama Canal. The closer away from Panama Canal you get is based more on agriculture, like farmland and different crops. The Panama Canal is the biggest factor in Panamanian economy. But ironically, agriculture has the most jobs for the people. Another way that Panama gets money is the ships that go through the Panama Canal have to pay a toll. The United States has a toll booth set up down there, and every ship that goes through has to pay a toll, and Panama gets at least $75 million every year from the tolls. I hope you enjoyed the infomercial that you've just seen on Panama, and I hope you seriously think about coming down here to our home office and getting some tickets to go visit Panama. It'll be 2 weeks that you'll never forget.
And now we'll go to a home video shot from Panama by a couple of our happy customers.
Get down now! At 6 o'clock. I've got some cash for you coming up next. Also, BJ's report. You better give me a phone call. I'm waiting for you.
The construction's complete and Starford's grand reopening is happening now.
Celebrating by having a 1-cent sale. All the remaining 96s sold for 1 cent over invoice. That's right, all new 96s on the lot sold for 1 cent over invoice.
That means you can buy a 96 Mustang for as low as $15,227.
Buy a Windstar GL for as low as $18,894.
Even all remaining 96 Explorers for 1 cent over invoice.
All remaining 96s are really fast.
Get down! Get down!
You can buy any new 97 with 1 cent down.
Get a 1997 F.
How in the sand hill do you work this darn thing?
He's dead. This one too.
That always scares you.
Please disregard the video you have just seen. It is nothing like what Panama is really like. Here is the video we intended for you to see. But you just got back from Panama. Did you have a good time?
I had a wonderful time in Panama. I was lucky enough to be there while they were having their Independence Day celebration. This is one trip I'll never forget, and if you ever get a chance to go to Panama, you ought to call Ricardo Heiss and Victor Mays and get your tickets for a really good price. Hasta luego.
Adios.